Good morning, students. In our web programming subject, we have started with our chapter number 3, that is the HTML programming. Inside that, we have seen the basic structure of HTML programming, how to perform the HTML programming. Also, I have shown you the different types of practicals, that how to write in a text editor regarding the syntax of HTML programming and how to run the program, right? So basic programs we have seen. After that, in the previous lecture, we have started with the basic HTML tags. In that, we have seen the first two HTML tags, that is with the different types of headings and the paragraph. Also, we have run the programs of the different types of heading and paragraphs, and I have shown you with the practicals that how to implement these two tags inside the HTML programming. So now today we have to see the another tags, and for that, now let me share the PPT with you so we can continue with our next particular tag. So as I told you that these are the listed basic HTML tags. It is starting from the headings, then paragraph, colors, fonts, list, anchor tag, image, table, and form. So all of these tags which are listed over here that we have to use in our HTML programming, means in the body portion, because you know that whenever you are creating any web page or you are opening any web page, at that time you may see that on the particular web page number of images are there, number of different text and font styles they have used in the text document, right? Different types of color mechanism, font style, different images, table formats, table and so many forms are there, hyperlinks are there, right? So everything we have to add with the help of HTML programming. So for that, we have to understand this concept, right? Different tags, if we will study, then we can use these tags to make our web page more creative. So first, headings we have seen in the previous lecture, that if we want to provide any heading in our web page, right, as a because whenever you are going to search anything, so the thing which is more highlighted that we are means this will become an eye-catching thing. So heading is nothing but it will become an index part for a particular paragraph, right? So different types of headings, how to write with the different by the changing its size, that we have explained with the that we have seen with the program. Also we have seen the different types of we have seen the program of paragraph, where we have seen the alignment, then we have seen the division, how to write in the next line, then we have seen the PRE tag, means it's a replica of how we are writing in our text editor. It will be same copy paste into the your web page. So that different tags we have seen in the previous lecture also, right? So now we have to see the third tag, that these are the colors. So values, colors basically provides the two properties, one for background color and another for the text color. So for the background color, it will be denoted like BG color, and this simple color, that is for the text color. So many are predefined tag, right? Red, blue, green are the predefined colors are available. All the colors can be specified as a 6-character hexadecimal value. As for example, has, then RR, GG, and BB. These are the three basic colors that we know, that red, blue, and red, blue, and green, RGB. We can say that. So all the colors can be specified as a 6-character using the hexadecimal. Though you are giving your name as a color, as a blue, suppose, but it will be converted into its hexadecimal value. So it will be look like this: has, then RR, GG, and BB. FF, suppose FF40, this hexadecimal value will represent the red color. Suppose has, then 6 number of time 8s, it will represent this hexadecimal value will represent the gray color. Similarly, has 00, FF00 will represent the gray color. Has, then 6 times 0 will represent the black color. So these are the example of the colors, how it will be represented, right? And we will see the example also regarding these colors. Okay, afterwards, after completing this basic HTML tags topic, then we will see one example using all these tags, how we can generate a web page, right? So right now you have to remember this, how this color will be helpful. Also in the previous lecture where we have discussed this, how to use this background color format, right? So this was regarding the colors. Now the fourth tag is fonts. Okay, so the font tag specify the font face, font size, and color of text. Basically this font particular tag, this is the tag name, right? Font. So what it specify? The font face, size, and color. Now this font tag is not supported in the HTML5 latest version. Okay. Basically it specify in this way: font color equal to red, size equal to 2, and face equal to Times New Roman. So over here face is nothing but the which font style you want to use. Okay, which font style you want to use, that will be represented by font face. This will represent the size and this will represent the color. So font color equal to red, size equal to 2 and face equal to Times New Roman. And this is the line, this is the text of line 1 and font tag is over. So this is the line that you want to print on the web page. This is the text of line 1. So it will be printed in the red color having the size 2 and in the Times New Roman font style. Now the next example we are taking, font color equal to green, size equal to 4 and face that is equal to Arial. So now we are using the Arial font style. Okay, and which line we want to print, that is written over here. Line 2 contains this text. It is the thing, line 2 contains this text. This particular line we want to display on the web page, and over here again font tag is over. So this line will be printed in the green color having the size 4 and font size font type that is Arial. After that, if you want to provide hexadecimal value, then you can provide that also, like font color equal to in double quote has FF9933, size equal to 6 and face that is equal to Courier. So over here we are using the font style that is a Courier, and the line that you want to print, that is this line. The third line has this additional text. Okay, so these 3 lines we are going to print on the web page. This is the text line 1, line 2 contains this text, and the third line has this additional text. These 3 lines we are going to print over the web page with the different types of font style, with this different size and different color, right? So this is the output. Here you can see that whenever you will run this demo, so you will see the output like this. This is the text of line 1 with the red color, size is 2 and font type is Times New Roman. Now in the Arial font type, the second line with the size 4 and green color will be printed. Line 2 contains this text. Okay, while this third line contains the size 6 and the font style that is Courier, and the color which is provided by the hexadecimal number over here, which will represent the light orange color. The third line has this additional text, right? So this was regarding the font tag. Okay, I hope it's very easy and understood by you. Now number 5 is list tag. So use the HTML. Which are the different types of list are available? So basically there are UL, OL and DL and LI. So what is UL? UL element to define an unordered list. OL that is define the ordered list, and DL will define the description list. Okay, and use the HTML type attribute to define the numbering type. Okay, so, and type will define the numbering type, and use the HTML LI element to define a list item. So basically there are these lists are divided into 3 types of list, like this OL, first one order list, unordered list, UL, and another is description list. These are the 3 types of list are available in the HTML programming, and list can be nested inside the list. This is possible in this HTML programming. You can use the nested list concept, means list inside the list. And as I told you, there are 3 types you have to remember. OL, that is order list, another is unordered list, UL, and the third one that is description list, that is DL, right? Now let's see first one, that is order list. What is order list? So now see this example, just see this example, then I will differentiate this order list. Over here you can see the example of order list, this one, right? But the eye-catching thing that you can see, that is the over here, these are the listing, means numbers, okay, from where it is starting. So here you can see that contents are same in all these things, block A, block B, block C and block D. But the difference is that whatever the list, means numbering you are providing, over here number is provided 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here alphabets are provided, small alphabets A, B, C, D. Over here capital alphabets are provided A, B, C, D. Over here Roman numbers are provided in small letters, while Roman numbers in capital letters. So this is the eye-catching thing which is going to be changed, while the contents are remaining the same. That is block A, block B, block C and block D, right? This is known as a ordered list, where these things are going to be changed. Now in the unordered list, here you can see that again the same content will be there, block A, block B, block C and block D. But what is going to be changed? These symbols are going to be changed. So from this you can get the idea that what is the main difference between the ordered list and unordered list. So the main difference between the ordered list and unordered list is that the numbering mechanism is over here. You are using these particular symbols. You cannot use these numbers or alphabets in the unordered list. Okay, over here you can use the symbols only, whether this is the field circle or whether this is a blank circle or whether this is a field square, right? These are the different types of we can say operators are there that we have to use in unordered list. Means so many times whenever you are going to create a web page, then you have to use these things. Either you have to provide the number, or you have to differentiate your paragraph with these bullets, okay, or you have to differentiate your lines by giving these Roman numbers. So these details are required to create a web page. So these particular things are available with the help of list tag. Okay, this tag is very useful because these things we are using and seeing also in the different types of web page. So you have to remember the difference between the order list and unordered list. So basically order list will use this numbering and the alphabets and the Roman numbers, while unordered list will use the special symbols, okay, to differentiate your data and the content. This is the main task, or we can say main objective. So now in the order list, you have to use this tag. So an order list start with this tag, OL, order list. This is the tag name. Each list item starts with the list tag. So inside the order list, we have to provide the list tag. So the list, first of all, means the meaning is that we are using this list tag. But first of all, we have to decide which particular list which particular list we have to use, order list, unordered list, or descriptive list. Once we will decide that we have to use out of these three one particular list, then inside that we have to list out the values. Okay, so the list items will be marked with the numbers by default. Suppose by default what it is going to take, that we have to understood. So the list items will be marked with the numbers by default. This is the important. If you are not providing anything specifically, then by default it will take the numbers. Like you have selected first of all order list, so OL and -OL means this is the order line tag is there. Inside that you are providing three names list in this list: coffee, tea and milk. So one dot coffee, 2 dot tea and 3 dot milk. It will be the output like this, because it will take the by default it will take the numbers, right? So now if you want to provide a specific type, then how to provide? Over here, if you are not providing anything, then by default it will take the numbers like this 1 2 3 4. Okay, but if you want to provide specific thing, then how to provide? Then this table you have to remember. This table is order list, the type of attributes that you want to provide. So the type of attribute provided by this order list tag, these are listed below. Like type equal to 1, if you will write in this way, type equal to 1, then all the items will be the list items will be numbered. That is also by default it is there. If you are writing in this way, type equal to so in the capital A, so all the list items will start with the capital A in the uppercase. If you are writing type equal to small a, then all the list items will be displayed starting with the lowercase letter of the A. Similarly, type equal to this Roman 1. This is not capital I, this is the symbol of Roman 1. So if you will provide this type equal to Roman 1 symbol, then all the list items will be displayed by the uppercase Roman number 1, which is starting from the number 1. And this is for the small lowercase Roman numbers, right? So the list items will be numbered with the lowercase Roman numbers. So you have to remember this syntax only. Type equal to in double quote 1, that is for number, capital A for the uppercase letters, small a that is for the lowercase letters. This is the Roman 1 in the uppercase, and this is the Roman 1 in the lowercase, right? So because order list can contain only these things, so you have to remember these 5 particular types. Right? As for example, now over here you can see that order list type equal to 1. So coffee, tea, milk. So now it will provide 1, 2, 3 in this list, right? Over here, if you are writing small a, so A dot then coffee, B dot then tea, and C that is milk. So over here with the OL tag, you have to specify the type. With the OL tag, you have to provide the specific type, right? OL type equal to 1. So it will provide the numbers over here. OL type equal to A, then it will provide the lowercase alphabets over here. OL type capital A, so it will provide the capitals A, capital A for coffee, capital B for tea, capital C for milk, and Roman number 1. So Roman 1 coffee, Roman 2 tea, and Roman 3 milk in the uppercase letters, right? So these are the examples how to provide tags, order list tags with the types to the list tag. Now, this is the one example. First of all, we have taken the order list tag, OL, and this is the closing type of order list. Now over here, you are writing item 1, item 2 simply. So by default, it will take the number, that is 1 and 2. Over here, it will take by default the number, right? Okay. Now the next thing, you are providing this one Roman number, right? So I think this arrow is going wrong. I have to change. So sublist item 1, sublist item 2. So for that it will provide this Roman number 1 in the upper letter. Okay, this arrow is going wrong. This is for the first one. Okay. Similarly, this is for the smaller that is lowercase Roman number, right? That is for the sublist item 1. Okay. So these are the things, means these are the examples that we are considering, and you know that from the type list you can get easily this thing, right? How to provide these numbers in the ordered list. Okay, so now the next is unordered list, and we know that in unordered list we will find only the symbols, right? So in unordered list starts with the UL tag, while ordered list was starting with the OL tag. Similarly, unordered list will start with the UL tag, and each list item starts with the list tag that we have seen in the earlier example also. So now the list items will be marked with bullet. By default, it will marked with small black circles that it will, by default, it will take that bullets. While in the case of ordered list, by default, it was taking the number. While in this case, unordered list, it is taking the bullets, means with the small black colors. That will be taken as a by default. It will not, if you are not going to provide any particular type. So again, this is the example over here. This is the unordered list. So we have to write UL, and this is the closing tag of UL, and inside that list, that is coffee, tea, and milk, right? And over here, which are the different types of functionalities they are providing, different types. Then type disk, if you are writing type equal to disk, then it will set the list item marker to a bullet. This is the by default one. Okay, that is the circle filled with the black color. If you are writing type circle, then only circle will be there, no field black color will be there. Okay, only blanks circle will be there if you are writing this particular type. Then type square, so it will set the squares as a bullet point of view, right? And if you are writing none, then will not be marked anything. So these are the three types. Basically, we can say it will be provided by the unordered list and the type attribute. Okay, in the unordered list, if you will see the example. So by default, it will provided this list a disk for this particular thing by default. So 1 and 2 will be printed with the black dotted circle. Okay, then the next is coming circle. So 3 and 4 will be provided by the circle and not filled with the black color. And if we are seeing the third one, that is 5 and 6 will be provided with this, we can say square, because we are writing type equal to square. Okay, over here we are writing type equal to circle, and if you are not writing anything, then by default it is going to provide with the circle filled with the black color. So this is very much important, and we can say interesting concept, that how to work with the list tags and how to provide the different types of bullets and symbols and numbers or Roman numbers, alphabets. So over here, this is the important tag that we have studied today, and also you have to do the practice of this particular thing, right? So here you can see the output. 1 and 2 will be provided by the this filled black circle. 3 and 4 will be only with the square, not filled with the black color, and 5 and 6 will provided with the small square filled with the black color, right? So this was regarding the ordered list and unordered list with the output. So today we are concluding our session, and we will see the next remaining tags in the next lecture, right? So I think it's today we have covered these particular tags. That is, first we have seen this particular color, right? After color we have seen the font, okay, with the example, and then we have seen the list. In that we have seen the ordered list and unordered list, right? So in the next lecture we are going to study the next particular tag, that is the anchor tag, which will useful to provide the hyperlinks. So till then, stay at your home, stay safe, and do the practice of today's lecture in a programming point of view at your home, right? So thank you everyone, see you in the next lecture.